Hey, Derby. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada.
जय ज्ञातिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदानि वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजाता सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादा सहगना ललिता श्रीराधान्विता हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च सिन्धुभ्यः पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् Shirodakshai Vishnu is a universal form of the Lord and is the super soul within every living entity. He is known as Shirodakshai because he is the Lord who lies on the ocean of milk. He is the maintainer and master of the universe. This we'll discuss. Yeah, starting from here. Read.
I have I have definitively described the three Purusha avatars of Vishnu. Now please hear from me about the pastime incarnations.
No one can count the innumerable pastime incarnations of Lord Krishna, but I shall describe the principal ones.
Some of the pastime incarnations are the fish incarnation, the tortoise incarnation, Lord Ramachandra, Lord Narasimha, Lord Vamana, and Lord Varaha. There is no end to them.
O Lord of the universe, best of the Yadu dynasty, We are offering our prayers unto you mainly to diminish the heavy burden of the universe. Indeed, you diminished this burden formerly by incarnating in the form of a fish, a horse, Hayagriva, a tortoise, a lion, Lord Narasimha, a boar, Lord Varaha, and a swan. You also incarnated as Lord Ramachandra, Parasurama, and Vamana, the dwarf. You have always protected us, demigods, and the universe in this way. Now, please continue.
This is a prayer offered by Devatas to Krishna, and Krishna was in the womb. So there is Devaki and Vasudev in a jail. That time Devatas came in the jail and they were like, "You have always protected us since all the time. Now, uh, please continue to do so." So they know who is present in the womb. They're offering this prayer.
So they already know.
Huh?
They already
You
know
already
that
know that Devaki is carrying Supreme Personality of God. They're telling you have incarnated as Ramachandra, Vamana, and now.
I have given a few examples of past time incarnations. Now I will describe the Guna avatars, the incarnations of the material qualities. Please.
Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Tina Gunavatara, Triguna Angikari Krishtadi Vyavahara. There are three functions within this material world. Everything here is created, everything is maintained for some time, and everything is finally dissolved. The Lord therefore incarnates himself as the controllers of three qualities, Sattva, Rajoguna, and Tamaguна, goodness, passion, and ignorance. Thus, the transactions of the material world take.
What is the effect of three gunas? How many of you understand three gunas? How many of you understand three gunas? Kind of. What does we were discussing yesterday only, I think. What does three gunas does? How do they impact us? These three gunas. Hmm. Whom do they affect? Mind, senses. What if three gunas are not there?
Peace.
Then the soul, what will be the soul's desire when three gunas are not there?
Sir,
To love Krishna, serve Krishna, fully awakened. So what does three gunas does? They kind of make that desire dominant and they overtake the desires of the mind. And that itself is called illusion. Three gunas together is called Maya. Maya has three modes of material nature. So the soul innate nature to serve Krishna is overcome, and now the soul develops so many desires. And every living entity develops different desires. That is based on which mode is currently acting on them.
No problem. Sometimes mentally they're not right. They don't have anything. Any gunas. I think so.
What mentally they don't have?
Mentally retarded persons.
They don't have any guna?
I think so because
It's the moment, bro.
they still have the guna.
Yeah. When mental problem is tamogun, everyone is under guna. That's why tamogun means ignorance, kind of. They can't function properly. Cannot think. So everyone in this material world lives a superficial life, which is driven by the three gunas. And the process of bhakti helps us to go beyond the three gunas. And when the effect of three gunas is reduced, the natural Krishna consciousness is awakened. Srila Prabhupada says it is innate or constitutional position of the living entity. But the living entity is covered by these three modes. And that is what is like everyone is distracted. And those who act in mode of goodness, they feel happiness. Those who act in mode of passion, they feel misery. Mode of passion results in misery. And mode of ignorance results in madness. Madness or illusion. Laziness is a symptom. Yeah. So the result of mode of when person act in mode of goodness, you will find them peaceful and happy, relatively. But gives them a sense of pride that they're better than other living entities. Everything is like this. This is an artificial life a living entity lives, and he is governed by three gunas.
So in the mode of passion, people will have more anxiety compared to mode of ignorance and
Yeah, because mode of passion is always trying to achieve something, run after something, and then they are always in anxiety of mode of goodness is satisfied. Mode of ignorance is I don't care. I just sleep. The mode of passion results in misery and anxiety. Mode of passion is always great endeavor in material existence. Very hard to be successful in this material. That is mode of passion. Mode of ignorance is no work. And mode of goodness is satisfied. So these are the three avatars. Oh, does three modes affect the soul? Three modes affect the soul or no? Affect? No, not doesn't affect the soul. So where is the desire coming from? Huh? Desire can come from false ego, mind, intelligence, or the soul. But right now, our desire is coming from external planet, which is governed by the three modes. So three modes actually, our desire is because of the three modes, the desire comes. And because of false ego, one thinks this is my desire. The desire comes because of effect of three modes. Because of false ego, one identifies themselves with those. And that is the root cause of all the suffering. What does the root cause of all the suffering is ignorance, right? Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, root cause is ignorance. Even jaundice example also root cause is referred to as ignorance, a nectar of instructions, diseased condition. Yeah, so that the subtle body is influenced by the three moods. So that layer has to be slackened. Prabhupada says when we take up Krishna consciousness, Maya slackened her grip on us. Slowly.
The desire for finding Krishna. This desire comes from
No, this desire may come from either the soul or a sharpened intellect. Sharpened intellect is Vaidhi Bhakti. From the soul is spontaneous devotion. Answers? Most of our desire to serve Krishna comes from sharpened intellect. क्योंकि इतना सुना है ना कहीं तो जाएगा. Yeah, so on. It's like we understand what is right, what is wrong, what to do, what not to do, and based on that we do what we should do. That is sharpened intellect. Vishnu has some question.
जीवात्मा रजगुणे विभाविता परि चंद्रमना. Because of his past pious activities mixed with the devotional service, the first class living entity is influenced by mode of passion within his mind.
So what is happening here? Who understood this?
The fire activation is influenced by mode of action. 50 volts.
Huh?
50 volts.
Why is between Guna Avatar, why this verse is coming? It's describing three Guna, Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu. Brahma ji is coming now. So where Brahma ji will come? So Lord Vishnu looks inside so many living entities, unlimited living entities, and he picks a Jiva, which is influenced by mode of passion and which who is a devotee also. So maybe he may pick us also. And then he sends the Jiva on a lotus flower. That Jiva becomes Brahma. Alright? See, Bhakti Mishra, Krita Punya, Kona Jiva Tama, Rajo Gune Vibhavita, Kari Tadra Mana.
Is the total creation of the universe.
So what happened? What does Garbhodakta Vishnu do to that Jiva? He empowers him. And by that, whatever the Jiva desires, that kind of creation he can make. Otherwise, Jiva is like insignificant, right? Helpless. But when the Lord empowers, then he becomes creator of the universe. The Lord can empower like that. And that's why Brahma is known as Gunavata. Because Jiva himself cannot do what Brahma does actually. But because he is empowered, that's why Brahma is, this is also like Shaktiavish. He is Gunavatar, but he is also Krishna Shakti is invested and not Jiva can do. But Krishna want him to do. So that's why Brahma is referred to as incarnation.
Vishnu Prakashman Sakaleshtu Jeshu Teja Sriyam Kiya Prakatar Yati Api Tadvad Atra Brahmaye Isha Jagad Jagadananda Vidana Karta Govinda Abhakamija. The sun manifests his brilliance in a gem, although it is stone. Similarly, the original personality of God, of Govinda, manifests his special power in a pious living entity. The living entity becomes Brahma and manages the affairs of the universe. Let me worship Govinda, the original personality of God.
Amazing, right? So likewise, the Brahma is empowered and then he can take care of everything. But if Brahma thinks, our Brahma was thinking, right? When he went to Krishna, the gatekeeper asked, who is that? This is Chaturmukhi Brahma. Then Krishna humbled him actually. Like, sir, जो भी आप कर पा रहे हो मैंने empower किया है आपको, इसलिए आप कर पा रहे हो. Brahma himself is telling this verse. Brahma is saying that. Yes. The Lord looks and no such living entities there. And he said, all right. And then he himself becomes Brahma.
Chandri Pankaja Raju Kila Loka Palai Maunai Dhritam Upasita Ki Brahma Bhale Kam Apiyasya Kala Vish Odavim Viram Asya Vipasana. What is the value of the throne of Lord Krishna?
Throne to Lord. छोटा पढ़ा माता जी.
Master of the
एक सेकंड मैं थोड़ा बड़ा करने की कोशिश करूंगा.
Slide change.
बहुत सारे my screen is showing. हैं? हाँ मुझे पता नहीं कहाँ पे है हम लोग. 304 I think it's.
is the value of the throne to Lord Krishna. The master of the various planetary system accept the dust of his lotus feet on their crowned heads. That dust makes the holy places sacred. And even Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lakshmi, and I myself, who are all portions of his plenary portions, eternally carry that dust on our heads. Okay. To Paul.
When is this spoken? You know the reference? हाँ? तो दुर्योधन एक्चुअली कृष्णा को उल्टा सीधा बोल रहे थे. Why? Because हाँ लक्ष्मणा को चोरी किया था कृष्णा के पुत्र ने. सांबा ने लक्ष्मणा को चोरी किया था. तो उसके बाद क्या हुआ था? फिर दुर्योधन ने दोनों को किडनैप किया था. राइट. लक्ष्मण और सांबा को अपने कब्जे में कर लिया था. फिर बलराम जी छुड़ाने गए थे. तब दुर्योधन बहुत गुस्से में थे. एम आई राइट? दिस इज माई अंडरस्टैंडिंग. तब बलराम तब वो बहुत गुस्से में थे. बलराम जी ऐसा दोनों को लेने गए थे क्योंकि तब वो कृष्णा क्रिटिसाइज करने लगे. They started criticizing Krishna. Then Balaram said, "What is the value of throne to Lord Krishna? आपके throne का क्या value है?" Even Brahma Bhavo means Bhavo refers to Shiva. Brahma Bhavo Ham Api Yasya Kala Kalaya. Even Brahma, Shiva, Lakshmi, and I myself, who are all portions of his plenary portion, eternally carried that dust on our head. So what are you talking about, Krishna? And this he says that.
Krishna Samogana Angikari Samparati La Angaya Rudra Rupa Dhari. Lord Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, expands the portion of his plenary portion and accepting the association of the material mode of God, assumes the form of Vijaya, is dissolved in the cosmic planet. Mahavishnu, who lies on the causal ocean, is an expansion of Samrishna. When Garbhodakashaya Vishnu accepts the material modes of nature for the purpose of dissolving the cosmic manifestation, his form is called Rudra.
Clear? So when Garbhodakshaya Vishnu wants to destroy the universe, then what does he do? Then he starts destroying. And when he starts destroying, he transforms into Rudra. He is the one, Vishnu only destroys. But the moment he starts destroying, his form changes. Still remain blue only. Both are blue. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu and Shiva both are similar complexion actually. Both have bluish complexion. But he transformed into Shiva or Rudra. And why did Mahaprabhu quotes the previous verses about Brahma? What all verses he quotes about Brahma? And why Mahaprabhu quotes to Sanatana Goswami the previous verse about Balaram telling to Duryodhana? Why that verse exists there? And what is the connectivity with the flow? Brahma also take the dust of Lord's feet on this head. Because initially it begins with Brahma is a Jiva Tattva and is empowered by the Lord. So if somebody thinks Brahma in India, sometimes people say तीन God, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. तीन भगवान नहीं, एक ही भगवान. So that's why this verse says that how Brahma takes dust, and this is quoting Bhagavatam. And same Brahma Samhita he mentions. Only 2 verses, another more verses were there. Huh? Only 2 verses. One is Bhagavatam. That's all. No other verse.
God.
Yeah, only 2 verses. Yeah, we just making only 2 verses. Okay, so now Brahma. Now what is Mahaprabhu describing about Gunavatars? So first he described about Brahma. Now Mahaprabhu is describing about Rudra, Shiva.
Rudra, Lord Shiva, has various forms which are transformations brought about by association with the Lord. Although Rudra is not on a level with the Jiva Tattva, he still cannot be considered a personal expansion. Rudra is simultaneously one and different from the Vishnu. Due to his association with Maya, he is different from the Vishnu. But at the same time, he is an expansion of Krishna's personal form. This situation is called Veda Abheda Vishnu, or Sachana Veda Veda. Simultaneously, one and different.
Clear, right? So Rudra is Krishna and Rudra is not Krishna. Because Krishna himself takes the form, so he's Krishna. But he's not Krishna because he comes in contact with mode of ignorance. And the Lord never comes. Somebody was asking, is it possible for the Lord to come in contact with the three modes? I said no. He said, so it's not possible for Lord to come in contact with three modes. I said, the moment he comes, he changes. Is it possible for him to come in contact? No. The moment he comes in contact with mode of ignorance, he changes into Shiva. So it is not possible for him to come. Clear? But he can come in contact when he changes. So he's always transcendent. Shuddha Sattva. Shuddha Sattva is transcendence. It is said that there is no Shuddha Sattva in this world. It is said Shuddha Sattva arises from Haladini Shakti. When one is completely basically Srimati Radharani's pure devotion comes, then only Shuddha Sattva is there. That's right. Otherwise, Shuddha Sattva is not there. See anybody in goodness, we see they also sleep. Yeah? And they also like eating or something. Shuddha Sattva is not there.
Become distrayed in your body. How to become?
Through Haladini Shakti, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says. Yeah, through Haladini Shakti. And later on he says, na, what is the second last verse of 14th chapter? Sa guna samatita ita.
It is possible.
No, here. Absolute freedom from modes is possible only in spiritual radiance. absolute freedom from modes. When we become completely pure devotees, we are almost free. Actually, Bhagavatam says only two living entities are free from lust. You read that verse. How many of you read that verse? Only two living entities in this material world is free from lust. Bhagavatam says one is Nandarayan Rishi, another I forgot. You anybody read? You read? Huh? But you read that. Only two living entities Bhagavatam is free from lust. So pure devotees, they are like, that's why it is like Bhakti Maharaj says, na, it's like some tinge may be there that is removed only when they associate with the eternal associate of the Lord and Krishna personally. That is spiritual world. Because when Krishna is some performing pastimes in earthly planet, that in Golok Vrindavan, that time is fully manifested. Only that time it is possible to attain like Shuddha Sattva stage. As long as in this world, contamination will be there. But right now we have to focus on, there are many. That subtle thing will select. जैसे क्लीनिंग करते हैं ना, अगर बहुत डस्ट है पहले डस्ट निकालो, बाद में फाइन ट्यून करेंगे. This is done. Done. दुग्ध ये न अम्ल योगे दधि रूपाधरे दुग्धांतरा वस्तु नाहे दुग्ध हाइते नारे. Milk is transformation into yogurt when it associates with the yogurt culture. Thus, yogurt is nothing but milk, but still it is not milk. Of the three deities supervising the creation, maintenance, and dissolution of the universe, Lord Vishnu is never separate from the original Vishnu.
So the previous slide, original Vishnu must be like super soul or like Akarshana.
All one and different. Shiva Raksha Vishnu. They're all one and different, just manifested in one after another. But they're all Shuddha Sattva. All. So whether you say original Vishnu or Vaikuntha or Shiva Raksha Vishnu, they're all one and same expansion. Like all of them are in a way free from the three moods. क्षीरं यथा दधि विकारविशेषयोगा सञ्जायते न तथा पृथगस्ति हेतोः या सम्भूतामपि तथा समुपैति कार्या गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि.
Milk changes into yogurt when mixed with milk, but actually it is constitutionally nothing but milk. Similarly, Govinda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, assumes the form of Lord Shiva, Shambhu, for the special purpose of material transactions. I offer my obeisances at his will.
Shiva, Maya Shakti Sangye Tamo Gunavesha Mayatita Gunatita Vishnu Paramesha. Lord Shiva is an associate of the external energy. Therefore, he is absorbed in the material quality of darkness. Lord Vishnu is transcendental to Maya and the qualities of Maya. Therefore, he is the supreme personality of God.
Does Lord Shiva sometimes gets influenced by illusory energy or never? Does Lord Shiva becomes influenced by illusory energy sometimes or never? Never.
Yes.
Yes. No. Never. Huh?
Yes, sir.
He was like Achinta Veda Veda. He doesn't. Yeah. It is said Lord Shiva himself says that even I come in contact with the illusory energy of the Lord. Sometimes he also comes in contact with illusory. Any example? Huh? Mohini Murti is um again is Achintya. Yes and no, because that is Vishnu Mayan, Vishnu himself and his desire. But there are many other examples that he fought with Shiva, fought with Krishna, and sometimes he becomes like he does something and like, and then he himself says the quotation is he himself says to Durvasa. He says, Durvasa, even me and Brahma are also not free from illusory energy. And Brahmaji also says that me and Shiva are also not free from illusory energy. So from their words and his own words, it is there that even Lord Shiva becomes influenced.
So Brahma has some experience with Krishna, right? He tried to. Similarly, Shiva has some experiences. Krishna.
Like he made a mistake, Lord Shiva. I mean, he fought with Krishna because Asura said, you have to support me. He said, yes, I'll support you. And then he fought with Krishna. He was duty bound. Still, you have a question? No. Okay. He's influenced by the mode of ignorance. And when he influenced by the mode of ignorance, then he becomes angry. And then he starts completely absorbed in that. He forgets everything and he just starts destroying everything. How can he do that? He becomes not like he's conscious and mode of goodness he is destroying. No, he actually got really angry, started dancing, he forgets everything and he just destroys massive destruction. So he becomes completely absorbed in that mode. All right.
Shiva Shakti Vipasar Sri Lingo Bhava Samra Vaikarika Vijastrata Tamas Tamasa Setu Aham Puja. The truth about Lord Shiva is that he is always found with the material body. Vaikarika, Sankasa, and Tamasa. Because of these three modes of material nature, he always associates with the external energy and egotism itself.
Like we see Shiva cut Ganesh head also, right? He becomes influenced. And then later on, he says, oh, he was my son. Oh no, I can't bring him to life back. So those incidents are there where he so he's not like although he's the Lord himself, he's not like all knowing at all time. He does something and later on, like, oh, you know. So this I don't have much understanding. Tamasa we all understand. It is said Lord Shiva is that he is always covered by the three material covering, Vaikarika, Taijasa, and Tamasa. It seems to me like three modes. Tidi Lingo Guna. Because of these three modes, he is always associated with external energy and egotism himself.
Riti Egruha Angsat Purusa Prakte Para Sa Sarva Drag Upadrasta Tam Bhajan Nirguna Ave. Sri Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is situated beyond the range of material nature. Therefore, he is the Supreme Transcendental Person. He can see everything inside and outside. Therefore, he is the Supreme Overseer of all living entities. If someone takes shelter at his lotus feet and worships him, he also attains a transcendental position.
So see Bhagavatam, now Shiva topic is over. How many verses we discuss in Lord Shiva? One from Brahma Samhita. one from Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam describes about Brahma in one way, about Lord Shiva in both are described as influenced by material nature. If you see, Brahma also takes the dust and he's a living entity only whose devotion is mixed with mode of passion. Then Lord Shiva is described as he is influenced by material nature and egotism. And how the Lord is described in Bhagavatam. It is said he is situated beyond the range of material nature. You see, Bhagavatam is so clear. One way to describe Brahma, one way to describe Shiva, and Hari is beyond the range of material nature. He is a supreme transcendental person. If someone takes shelter of his lotus feet and worship him, he also attains a transcendental position. But like this is not described for Brahma and Shiva actually. If someone takes shelter of his lotus feet, they become transcendental. Only for Hari, it is described in this. Gunavatar means he is the incarnation of pure goodness. Shuddha Sattva. Because Sattva is Guna also. So Shuddha Sattva is transcendental. So Sattva is a material mode, but Shuddha Sattva is transcendental. So he is in charge of Shuddha Sattva in a way, completely Shuddha Sattva. So he is. We'll go to 8:45. 9 more minutes.
कालानोत्तर पंच विष्णु रूपे अवतार सत्व गुण द्रष्ट सते गुणमय कार. For the maintenance of the universe, Lord Krishna descends at his personal plenary expansion in the form of Vishnu. He is the director of the mode of goodness. Therefore, he is transcendental to the material realm.
रूप ऐश्वर्य पूर्ण कृष्ण समुदाय कृष्ण अंशे तीन अंश वेदे हीन जाय. Lord Vishnu is in the category of Swamsha because he has opulences almost equal to Krishna. Krishna is the original person, and Lord Vishnu is his personal expansion. This is the verdict of all Vedic literatures. Lord Shiva, although simultaneously one with and different from Lord Krishna, is still the incarnation of the mode of Godhead. However, Lord Vishnu is Krishna's personal expansion. Therefore, he is the director of the mode of God.
ऐसे ऐसे स्वाम सा मीन्स मेरे अपने अंश है वो, लॉर्ड विष्णु. Swa means my own. You get it? दीपायते विवृतहेतु समानधर्मा यस्तादृगे वहि च विष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमां भजामि.
When the flame of one candle is expanded to another candle and placed in the different position, it burns separately. Its illumination is as powerful as the candle. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda, expands himself in the different forms of Krishna. He is equally luminous, powerful, and opulent. Directly worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda.
This we have all discussed. You know this, right? एक कैंडल से ना कई सारी कैंडल जलते हैं. They are all as powerful as the original. Still one remains the original. Ever Krishna सारे incarnation आते हैं ना, they are all as शुद्ध सत्व as the original. Still Krishna is the source. Govinda is still Adipuri, but they all have the same potency. You know. Okay. Clear? Every incarnation of Krishna is a devotee, including Balaram or Narayan. Everyone is a devotee of him. And so is Shiva and Brahma.
Arahati Pasha Vishwa Vishwam Purusha Rupena Saraswati Sri Shakti Guru. Lord Brahma said, I am engaged by the Supreme Personality of God to create. Following his orders, Lord Shiva dissolves everything. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his form of Shiva the child, maintains all the affairs of material nature. Thus, the supreme controller of the three modes of material nature is Lord Vishnu.
This is Brahma is telling to Narad. Narad Muni, what did he ask? He asked Brahma, आप ही भगवान हो शायद. वो बोले नहीं. क्योंकि if you see, he's the one who does everything. Narad only thought maybe he said, is there somebody superior to you? I think everybody listens to you, you must be God. But then if you are God, then you are always absorbed in devotion to somebody. So tell me who God is. Then he says, Narayan empowers me to create. He empowers Shiva to destroy. And he is the supreme personality of God himself. Thus, the supreme controller of all the three modes of material nature is Lord Vishnu. He is the one. So then Narad Muni becomes a devotee of Narayan.
Pardon. What happened now is clear about the incarnations of the earth, revealing the real process and flying. Then they are unlimited and no one can count them. This clear
Now Mahaprabhu is describing about Manvantara avatars. And how many are there? Unlimited.
ब्रह्मारा एक दिने हया 14 मन्वंतरा 14 अवतारा पावन करेगा ईश्वर. In one day of Brahma, there are 14 changes of the Manu. And during the reign of each of those 14 Manus, an incarnation is manifested by the Supreme Personality.
So who is Manvantara avatar? Is Manu the Manvantara avatar? Or no? Manu is the host. So who is Manvantara avatar? We understood that Guna avatar. Who is Manvantara avatar?
One Krishna saying,
Huh? Huh?
today is one day of original Krishna.
Yeah. Swayambhu Manu, Vavaspat Manu. So they are all Manus. So are they Manvantaras?
They exist for that one.
They exist for that
Period.
period of Manu's life. So what is Manvantara avatar? End of Manu. Oh. So after one Manu dies, then the Lord appears. Then another one.
No, it means during the reign of each of those 14.
An incarnation is manifested as supreme. So during each Manu, for the entire Manu, one incarnation of lives for the whole time. If it is a Yoga avatar, he comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. But Manvantara avatar, for the all 71 Divya Yugas, he will remain there with the Manu. One incarnation. Can you think of an incarnation who remains here only for the entire Manvantara in this universe?
Hanuman.
Huh? Hanuman? नहीं भगवान का incarnation. Hanuman तो भक्त है ना. Any incarnation of Lord who remains throughout till the entire reign of Manu. परशुराम भी एक समय पे आए थे ना. Who remains there. Govardhan? No, he will also disappear. 10,000 years. Huh? Vyasadev also appeared to. Abhi appeared हुए ना Vyasadev तो 5 वर्ष पूरे. One incarnation, direct incarnation. Tortoise भी आके चले गए. Somebody who remains for the entire reign of Manu. As super soul, right? He will remain ever even beyond that also. So the answer is Vamana. Vamana remains for how long? The duration of Manu. क्योंकि देवता है ना. Who is father and mother of Vaman Dev? And Kashyap. भाई इंद्रा की actually. He will remain for the whole duration of Manu. He remains here. So he is Manvantara avatar for. अभी वैवस्वत मनु चल रहा है, right? और वैवस्वत मनु मनवा. Vamana is Manvantara.
Is there still?
Still. He sometimes act. He sometimes goes down. Sometimes goes up. घूमते रहते हैं. नीचे जाते हैं. Then he becomes the gatekeeper of बलि महाराज. Still there. खड़े रहते हैं वो. जाते नहीं है. कुछ कर मतलब ऐसा नहीं कुछ सिखा रहे हैं या कुछ योगा धर्म दे रहे हैं. He just exists. But he exists only till the reign of that Manu. Another Manu comes, another Manvantara आता है.
In this Manvantara, it is Vamana.
It is Vamana. Okay. 47. I mean, this is not what I am saying. This is what Mahaprabhu says later on. I am just bringing from later to now. Okay. Ram Rasi Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Panchakalpa Paribhasha Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanam Ananta Koti Krishna. We land on Zoom. Prabhuji's Mataji's, thank you for joining.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.